But right now you can see that blue sky is peeking through as those rain chances move on out. Taking a look at the current conditions, a lot of us are hovering around that 60-degree temperature range. 65 in Mason City, a little bit of rain happening still in Lincoln, 66 in Lincoln. And for our friends in Bartonville, you guys are looking at 63 degrees. And in Lincoln, sunny skies over there, 63 degrees also in Lincoln. And you can see it at a live Doppler radar where that rain is kind of moving over to the east making its way out of the area. But right now, the heaviest rainfall is situated around Gibson City and just a little bit west of I-57, but that rain is going to move to the east. As you can see in our live Doppler radar, that rain is just pushing its way over to the east and moving out of the area right now, headed towards Champaign and headed into Indiana. But the next big thing that we're going to talk about is we are going to see cooler temperatures heading into the weekend. I'm going to tell you just how cool it is going to get and if those plans for the weekend outside should be moved indoors. Good Wednesday evening. I hope you guys had a beautiful day today outside. We did see a little bit of sun for many of us, and we will continue to see sun throughout the rest of the week, but we do have a rain chance moving in this weekend. I know initially we were talking about snow, but right now it's looking like the models are showing us it's going to experience a little bit of warm up, and those warmer temperatures might save us from that snow, but it will produce rain heading into the weekend. Taking a look outside right now at our Skywatch Network camera, you can see overlooking downtown Peoria and also overlooking Normal. We do have very clear conditions, very clear skies, nice night to go stargazing and look at those Christmas lights throughout the area. But we are experiencing average temperatures, which are chilly conditions right now for the beginning of December. Taking a look outside right now, it looks like Normal has the lowest degree range in our area, 35 degrees, and Normal 5 degrees warmer in Lincoln and also 39 degrees in Lakin. So pretty much average for a nice cool night for the beginning of December. And we could be talking about snow, like I said, but unfortunately we're not. We're looking at temperatures in those low 40s, but they will not stay in the 40s for too much longer. They are going to increase and get a little bit warmer as we move out throughout the course of this week. Taking a look at our future radar, though, let's talk about the weekend happening right now. As you look at Friday night around 10:30, you'll see that rain chance start to move into the area, and we'll have scattered showers throughout the course of the viewing area. It's going to be a little bit heavier, a little bit more towards the west by Friday, but what we're really looking at is that system moving to the area on Saturday. So Friday night into Saturday morning is when we're going to have the heaviest rain chance, and we're looking at thunderstorms, we're looking at some lightning, so make sure you guys are aware if you do need to go anywhere Friday night into Saturday morning that you will need to take an umbrella and make sure you guys stay nice and dry. But what we were looking at is a potential snow mixture into the area, but right now, like I said, because temperatures are going to be warmer, it is now going to be rain, but that snow system is still to our north over the Great Lakes and Minnesota, and this is what we're also being thankful for to have snow right now. Is this low pressure system is heading east right now to the area, and on the other side of it will be sunny conditions, and we do have a nice little warm up along with this. We do have winds coming in from the south right now with this system, and that's giving us our warm up and saving us from what Minneapolis and parts of Canada is going to see heading late Friday into Saturday, which is that snow. But we do have reduced snow chance than what we predicted earlier in the week. Of course, the science changes. We don't change the science, and the data changes as well. And the system is going to head east and give us rain. But like I said, on the other side of it will be sunny conditions. So our best chance for rain right now is Friday night heading into Saturday. And we also have warmer conditions, but it is going to take a nosedive. We are going to see temperatures in the mid to upper 50s. Some of us may be able to touch 60s, a little bit more fall-like conditions. But then, of course, by the time next week comes around, we're looking at temperatures back to where we should be for this time of year, which is hovering around the low 40-degree temperature range. But so if you need to get outside, the best time to do it will be in the next couple of days before the weekend hits, right? Because we're going to have temperatures going back down to the 40s. Tonight, we're looking at temperatures in the mid-30s, 34 right now, very clear night. And tomorrow morning is when we're going to see that above average temperature begin. We're looking at temperatures in the mid-50s for many of us. And taking a look at our 10-day weather forecast, you'll see how those temperatures kind of take a little bit of a nosedive, but on the other side of the rain chance happening on Saturday, We will have sunny conditions, partly cloudy conditions heading into next week. So it's a beautiful time to just get outside and enjoy December while the weather stays quiet and stays clear. I think that you have become something of like an...
When I was younger.
Christopher Render is used to... Walter tells us it needs a new shutter that allows air to flow in through the coolant. But he's here happening at Illinois Central College, the Workforce Sustainability Center. Let's go ahead and get a sneak peek inside. Around this grass hill to hit right here, we do have to move here because the police are going.
Brett Brooks, honored as a Silver Dome winner for Best Multicultural Reach by the Illinois Broadcasters Association.
We are here at what is now officially dedicated as the Freedom.
Right.
Yeah, Tyler and Janice, we're here in Bryant, like you guys just mentioned, and just look behind me at this house right here. You can see the siding and the insulation from inside this house all over the front porch. So many rubble, so much glass. We are still in a safe spot. We are protected, but these people yesterday, they were just exposed to this storm. You can see just what has been left behind, toys and chairs, lawn equipment. All this was supposed to be on another side of the house. But neighbors say when it came through, it came in this direction, headed this way in Bryant. So a lot of the debris from people's houses are in their neighbors' yards because the storm moved this way. As you can see, the chimney up here is also ravished, and bricks are all over the place as well. And then take a look at this house right here. As the storm came through, part of this ceiling totally gone, and neighbors here are just trying to pick up the pieces. The Salvation Army with Fulton County, 2 fire departments, FEMA and Ameren have all been out here today helping the neighbors help rebuild what they can in this home. We also know that the Spoon River baseball team was also out here helping to get some of the larger pieces of trees and trunks up and moved out the way. You can see right here, this is somebody's seasoning from their kitchen that I just found on the ground. And then one thing I want to mention to you guys real fast, this house right here, a homeowner told us that they just finished remodeling this home right before that storm struck last night. And FEMA is providing so much help for people. Salvation Army is about a half mile up the block. But for now, reporting in Bryant, I'm Brett Brooks for 25 News. Tyler, Janice, back to you in the studio. Good evening, Amber. When Peoria Police Chief Eric Echeverria first came to Peoria just a couple of years ago, he knew he wanted to grow the chaplain department with the Peoria Police Force. Now he says it was the chaplains who, although they serve in the background, he credits them for helping to ease the emotions last week through the power of prayer.
I think prayer is important, right? I'm a pastor's child.
To bring faith into this, I think, is what's needed and a beautiful thing.
It began Wednesday night when we were all at the hospital after the 6 had been shot, and we were having prayer with families there at that time, and it continued over into Thursday morning and into Friday morning and Saturday afternoon and Sunday worship service. So, and I don't think it stopped.
The mayor, the police chief, and Chaplain Butler all agree the power of prayer can do amazing things. Following the mass shooting last week and the 2 shootings on Thursday, dozens of people in the community listened to Mayor Rita Ali's advice.
At the last press conference, I asked, everybody can do something if it's just to pray. And that's probably the most powerful weapon that we have is prayer.
When Chief Echeverria first came to Peoria, he decided to grow the police chaplain program to what it is right now. 8 clergy members of all different races and religious backgrounds. They volunteer to be on call and work alongside police at crime scenes.
Oftentimes people need just that spiritual leader to just help them and get them through a situation.
Chaplain Linda Butler says she believes all the people who came together to pray also made a difference.
Coming together for prayer in the community allow us to become one, to be united for this cause, that our community will be better, will be safer, it will be stronger.
Every once in a while, I'll just send out an SOS, and all that means is for them just to pray. It doesn't mean anything else. Maybe we have a bunch of shot spotters that happen, and they know what they need to do with it once they get it.
Now, on top of the prayer vigils, there were also people in the community talking with individuals who are more at risk to help mitigate future violence. And there's still room for more clergy interested in joining the Peoria Police Chaplain Program. We'll have that information for you on our website, 25newsnow.com. Amber?
Today is Emancipation Day, also known as Juneteenth. And during the unveiling of Nancy Leggins Costley's monument, Brett Brooks had a chance to talk to African-American women about leadership and her legacy.
The theme was one of gratitude to Leggins Costley, who helped make way for more women to hold powerful positions today.
In our final story of our year-long coverage of Nancy Leggins Costley, Monday is celebrated as a day of freedom, and thanks to those who made a way for people of color to break the chains of slavery and then break glass ceilings.
I am the first woman and the first person of color, first black person in my position.
And she is not the only one.
The fact that I'm the first woman, as well as the first black person to become mayor of Peoria, is very meaningful to me because it means that I won't be the last. It means that I broke that glass ceiling with the help of many people here in Peoria, and that women and people of color will become mayor again, you know, beyond my legacy.
Thanks to women in history like Nancy Leggins Costley, who started her fight for freedom when she was barely a teenager, women like Peoria Mayor Rita Ali, Illinois State Representative and House Leader Jahan Gordon Booth, Lieutenant Governor Juliana Stratton, and Peoria Township Supervisor Latrina Leary are breaking the barriers they are today.
Right in the same area that I grew up is where her laying ground, you know, where her remains are, is truly, truly amazing.
You know, we think about at 13 years old having the courage to challenge, right? A challenge for change, and that challenge has not gone unnoticed.
We all share in this rich legacy. I'm just proud that we in Peoria are a part of it.
Illinois as a state has a rich history of black women becoming influential and holding leadership positions. Like Juliana Stratton, the first African-American woman to hold the lieutenant governor position.
People like Nancy, who was formerly enslaved and really had an influence on President Lincoln to make sure that he would come to the mindset that people should be free. So I think it's just an example that representation does matter. And whether we look back in history at black women like Nancy, or whether we look at those like Leader Jahan Gordon Booth or Mayor Rita Ali or even myself, our voices matter and our voices deserve to be at the tables where decisions are being made.
And there are so many other women in Illinois who are continuing to make history today, like the former mayor of Chicago, Lori Lightfoot, and Peoria's own Jahan Gordon Booth, who serves as the Illinois House of Representatives chief budgeteer, negotiating the state's $50 billion annual spending plan. What these women share is living the vision Nancy Leggins Costley planted in the 1830s when she started her decade-long court battle for her freedom through the Emancipation Proclamation in 1863, and finally the full realization of it in Galveston, Texas on June 19, 1865.